Welcome to the Complete Story series, where I take your favorite trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read them dramatically back to you, sometimes throwing in funny voices, sometimes pretending I'm a cartoon. It's kind of my thing. Today we're going to be continuing the Injustice 2 storyline, and when we last left off, Starro had become a Red Lantern, and Atrocitus was using him to try and conquer Oa or Mogo, whichever planet in this continuity is currently the home of the Green Lanterns. And there's a giant war involving the Green Lanterns and the Red Lanterns that we were setting up. And Blue Beetle is apparently the guy that can stop all of it. And the main man, Lobo, is here. And in this episode, he's getting a Green Lantern ring. Enjoy the battle of the Green Lanterns and the Red Lanterns. When we last left off, the war between the Green Lanterns and the Red Lanterns had begun, and everyone knew they had to stop Atrocitus and his Red Lantern, Starro. Batman, Superman, and the rest of the Injustice universe no longer mattered because if the Green Lanterns couldn't stop Starro, the Red Lanterns will conquer all. Now above the planet of Oa, Sade, one of the Guardians, stands with a Starro starfish on her face, looking down on the Green Lanterns. Badge tries to reason with her, but Sade isn't in control as a blast of Green Lantern's might burns away at the little squirrel Green Lantern. Atrocitus looks at the rings, looking for new hosts, telling himself, yes. And Bleeze floats over with a worried look on her face as he is basking in the glory that is his victory. Finally, she reports that there are unknown beings approaching, and off in the distance we have the Titans, Superboy, Cassie, and Starfire, followed by Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, and among them, the most shocking appearance of all, Lobo, twirling his chain, riding his space motorcycle. Their first act is to blast Dexstar, the Red Lantern Kitty, with heat vision, as Lobo doesn't waste time going right for the main baddie, Atrocitus himself. He rides up, reaching out to grab him as the Red Construct's sword goes right through him. He looks off as his bike is riding on its own, and then it dawns on him, a piece of him is still on that bike. He looks right into Atrocitus' face. Some of my favorite things are below the waist. You fragging fragger! And then he begins to punch Atrocitus repeatedly across the jaw. Blue Beetle swoops in, grabbing the upper body of Lobo as Lobo is arguing with him. Bring me back to my legs and I'll beat him to death with them! Over with Starfire, she's trying to fight off against the Red Lanterns, but realizes the Green Lanterns are being converted by Starro. Everyone realizes they are losing fast as the numbers are being converted. And they all realize that they need to retreat to Oa to figure out a plan. Landing on the planet, they explain that they are here to help. Even Lobo, or what's left of Lobo. Lobo tells him, I'm fine. I heal. It's all grown back already. To which Booster then realizes what's growing back and he's a little grossed out. He looks at the Guardians and he asks, do you guys have pants on this planet? This isn't a time for jokes though, as Starro is powering up and he's focusing his fire at one point. The Green Lantern power battery. Everyone takes off to shield it, to protect it, but Blue Beetle looks up and remembers what he was told. That only he can save the day. Only he can prevent the end of the universe. So he asks Booster, how can he stop that? The fact is, no one can, as it blows through the shields, damaging the battery. Everyone begins to panic as the power battery has now been breached, and they all begin to try to focus their powers to contain it, to seal it, to do anything as it's leaking the power of willpower. Everyone gets ready for another shot from Starro, but Starro oddly begins to leave. Everyone's confused, but they realize he's considering the world conquered. As Hal Jordan steps up, he tells them, give me a ring. We aren't conquered yet. Of course, the Guardians tell him no because of his actions during year 2 of Injustice, when he sided with Superman, fought the Green Lanterns, became a Yellow Lantern, and killed hundreds of Green Lanterns. He snaps at them. Guardians, I'm not looking for another chance or redemption. I know I'm beyond that, but if I'm going to die, let me try to be useful. Let me get between death and those who deserve to live. So against their better judgment, Salak gives Hal a ring again. He suits up, telling everyone, all right, let's get out there. But another Green Lantern tells him, you fight with us. Don't think for a second we're looking for a leader. Up in the science cell, Sinestro calls out though, asking for a ring as well. Everyone says no, but Hal tells them that they could be killed while Salvation is sitting in a cell. Let's give him a ring. That's when Sinestro is powered back up as a Green Lantern. Everyone flies back up into space and the battle begins again with 2 of the greatest Green Lanterns to ever exist aiding in the fight. The first goal is to free as many lanterns as possible. And Connor Kent, aka Superboy, calls out to Cassie telling her, if I get controlled, but she stops him, I'll kick your ass as fast as I can. Such is my love for you. Back with Booster and Blue Beetle, Jaime is sitting there trying to figure out what Starro is doing. Jaime tells Booster that if Starro is fueled by hate, he hates Earth most of all, and therefore, he's going there. So Booster crosses his arms. And you thought you'd stop it alone? I guess. Don't be stupid, kid. You're not stopping a universal threat by yourself. I'm coming with ya. Jaime smiles. Thank you. Down in Oa, Lobo has found a towel, and he asks what's going on in space. Salak asks why he's here not in the fight, and Lobo tells him that without his bike, he can't fly. He then lights up a cigar as Salak tells him people are dying. Lobo looks at him, holding yet another ring, and he tells him, You know, I've always wanted to try one of those. Salak looks away, handing him the ring. Lobo of Zarnia, you have the ability to overcome. Yeah, less ceremony, more powers, ring. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps. With that, we have Lobo, the Green Lantern. Hell yeah! Out in front of Oa, Atrocitus looks at a dying Green Lantern as he crushes his throat, simply stating, Yes, my plans are working. I'm getting my revenge. The Guardians of the Galaxy are over there trying to protect the destruction of the Green Lantern power battery, as Dexter is spewing napalm on them. Out of nowhere, Lobo kicks the cat! Atrocitus looks at him. You kicked my cat. I'm powered by rage, and you kicked my cat! Lobo grins at him. You get powered by getting angry. Ha! Well, prepare to have more power than you know what to do with, you ugly red bistach. He begins to power up a long object behind his back, because the main man is an expert in pissing people off. The object begins to take form, and folks, let's just say it's something that I and DC Comics can't show or name. But Atrocitus looks at Lobo's very first construct. That. You dare attack Atrocitus with something so obscene! And then the construct goes right through the red shield with the full force of the main man. Damn straight I dare. Beware my power. Green Lanterns! The guilty manifestation of Guy Gardner that is still following Hal Jordan because he killed Guy and he sees him as a guilty representation begins to laugh. Hal asks him, They gave Lobo a ring? Yep. You just hit Atrocitus with a giant. Yep, sure, it was obscene and depraved, but it was effective. If he keeps fighting, he's gonna need another Green Lantern to fly alongside him to create big censored signs. Hal and Sinestro get back to fighting, pulling the starfish off of the Green Lantern faces to free them. Hal is about to get blasted by Sade when Sinestro saves him, just confusing him, and the battle rages on. Back over with Booster and Jaime, though, they're blasting full speed to stop Starro. Booster asks him, Jaime, this chase is admirable and all, but what's the plan when we catch up? Honestly, I was kind of hoping we'd work that out when we get there, Booster. Booster looks at Skeets, his robot from the future. Any information on how we win? But Skeets can't pull up the information. He begins to glitch out, trying to figure things out. He pauses mid-sentence, and Blue Beetle asks Booster, what does it mean when a robot pauses mid-sentence? And Booster tells him, that's not supposed to happen. That's something machines don't do. It means that we have no set future right now. Anything can happen. That's in a memory. Flashes in Booster's eyes as he was speaking. One where he's panicking. One where he's holding Jaime's hand. One where someone doesn't make it. Jaime goes, Booster, you just stopped mid-sentence. You know, like machines aren't supposed to do. Booster looks at everyone and tells them all, it's all fine. Let's go shape the future. And there you have it, the conclusion to the Green and Red Lantern War. Now, I want to know your comments. I really want to know what you think about Lobo kicking Dexter. He kicked a cat, guys, and then he made a Green Lantern construct of a man's manhood. He made a manhood, a giant manhood out of a Green Lantern construct, and he threw it at Atrocitus. What do you think? When I read it, I was kind of shocked. Were you shocked? Yeah. A giant Green Lantern